What type of broker price opinion assignments do the lenders request? There's several ones, but let's start with these. Exterior BPO. An exterior BPO. With an exterior BPO, we do not disturb the homeowner. We don't call the homeowner. We don't solicit the homeowner. Remember, we are real estate agents, real estate brokers. We just drive to the property from the front, from the street. We'll take the pictures from our car. We do not get off the car. We do it from the street. We don't trespass the property because that is illegal. Okay, so we take it from the street. You might say, man, that's stalking. In reality, to them, it's not, because the majority of these properties, they still have a mortgage, and the mortgage, the lender is still part of it. So they want to know the value of the property. And with the exterior, the majority of the time, they only ask for 3 fronts, 1 front, and 2 angles, an address, because they want to make sure that we're in the right location, and of course, 2 streets. 1 street from each direction. They want to see what the house faces. Some companies do require to take a picture of what it faces, of a picture of a house in front of it. So you gotta take it quickly, because we know, just because that's what they need. But every company requires differently, because those are the instructions that the lender gives them. And of course, we get back to the office and they require 6 comparables, 3 solds and 3 listings. They want to know what the value is from a property, but from an exterior standpoint. That's an exterior BPO. The next one, it's an interior BPO. For interior BPOs, the requirement for those are pictures from the exterior and also from the interior. On this one, we do have to contact the homeowner and make an appointment with them, because the majority of these interior BPOs, the homeowner is requesting it. Technically, it's for either to remove the PMI, a private mortgage insurance. In other words, when they purchased the property, they gave less than 20% down payment. So when you give less than 20% down payment, I'm talking now mortgage talk here, you get a private mortgage insurance. So technically, this protects the lender, not the homeowner, but the lender. So within 2 to 3 years, when there's enough equity, the homeowner can remove that PMI. And the majority of the time, they ask for a simple interior BPO. I just got to look at I just got to take pictures of the inside, exterior, and inside, and determine if they did any upgrades and so forth. And then, of course, 6 comparables, 3 solds, and 3 listings, and then send them the report to them. Other times they require is a simple, just pictures of the interior. And this is for home equity line of credits, the majority. I always ask the homeowner, what are they trying to do here? So they'll tell me, yeah, I'm doing a home equity line of credit, or there's other types of home equity line of credits that they're requesting. So they just require just pictures and a little information of the area and so forth. So that's another for interiors. And interiors are, like I said, their requests for either a loan modification, a short sale, or PMI removals, or if they want to get a home equity line of credit, or some sort of type of loan that they're trying to do, some sort of investment loan that they're trying to do. The reason I know, because I always ask. And then you have PCRs, property condition reports. For PCRs, they just want it. It's a small little information. It's not a lot. PCRs, they only require pictures and a little bit of information of the area. They want to know what the property is located. If the property is located on a disaster zone, on an earthquake zone, a flood zone. So they want us to determine that, to know if it's located into that. Back in January, we were getting a lot of those in LA, but of course I'm away from LA, so I didn't go over there. But I did get some over here, because they wanted to find out if those properties were located in disaster zone areas. So those are PCR. Other ones could be a desktop BPO. Technically, you don't drive to the property. You determine the value just by the information you find online. So if they want an address, Danny, I need an inspection on this property. Desktop BPO. Technically, all my research is online, and everything it's online. That's it. Usually when they want the desktop BPO, they want something quick. They just want to know what the value is without seeing the inside of the property. And also, other types of inspections could be occupancy check. In other words, they want to see if the property is occupied or abandoned. During the time when the market crashed, in other words, a lot of homeowners were leaving the property, were abandoning the properties. And of course, what happened, squatters would go in there and live in the property. So they'll send one of us to do an occupancy check to make sure the property is still occupied or abandoned. And how we know it's abandoned? Well, of course, the landscape is overgrown, no cars in the driveway, or maybe broken windows and so forth. So when there's broken windows, that means squatters have gone in there. So we have to research that, make sure we take care of the properties, and then if for any reason there is squatters, they'll send they'll send the people to change the locks and so forth to protect the property, because that's still part of their asset. So, and then there's other type of inspections, but those are the main ones that they require for broker price opinions. Thank you so much. Hopefully you guys learned something about a broker price opinion, the type of broker price opinion that they ask for. Subscribe and follow. My name is Danny Sandoval. I am Broker Danny. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.